This is Radio Nepal. I'm Kaushal Ghimide with the news. The headlines first. House of Representatives regulations draft endorsed by a parliamentary committee. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal and UML Chairman KP Sharma Oli discuss contemporary political issues, including President's election. Bus accident kills 3 people, injuring more than 30 in Nouakchott. And Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky rules out giving up any of his country's territory in a potential peace deal with Russia. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dal Prachanda and CPN-UML chairperson KP Sharma Oli held a meeting yesterday. According to the Prime Minister's Secretariat, during the meeting held at the official residence of the Prime Minister in Balwatar, the two leaders discussed the contemporary political issues, including making government's performance more effective. The duo have been meeting more frequently as the date for the presidential election approaches near. The CPN-UML has been claiming the post of the president as per the previous agreement, while CPN Maoist Centre is trying to seek the presidential candidate in national consensus. The presidential election is being held on the 11th of March. Meanwhile, chiefs of constitutional commissions called on Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dal Prachanda at the office of the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers in Singh Durbar yesterday. During the meeting, the Prime Minister said that the constitutional bodies should be made further effective since they were a powerful mechanism to end social discrimination in society. The Prime Minister also said that the constitutional bodies should be managed with the required resources and infrastructure, adding that their foundation was made possible after a huge struggle and debate. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, Rajendra Prasad Lingden, has said the water released from the Thap Dam constructed inside the Sivapuri Nagarjun National Park would help sanitize the Bagmati River. At a program organized to release the water at the park in Gokarneswar Municipality, Ward No. 1 in Kathmandu yesterday, Deputy Prime Minister further hoped that the water released from the dam would restore the Bagmati River's water flow. The cabinet meeting held recently decided to manage land for the construction of Nagamati embankment below the Thap Dam. A meeting between border security officials of Nepal and China concluded yesterday. Chief District Officer of Sindhupalchok, Ramesh Nupane, said the meeting held at Miteri Pul along the Nepal-China border discussed the matters of crime control and operation of the border point. He added that the Chinese side was also positive to facilitate import from Nepal. This is the first meeting between the border security officials from Nepal and China in 3 years, as it was discontinued due to COVID-19 pandemic. 3 people died and more than 30 have been injured in a bus accident that occurred at Chautara of Bidur Municipality, Ward No. 12 in Nouakchott yesterday. District Police Office Nouakchott said the bus heading to Dangsing of Tarkeshwar Rural Municipality from District Headquarters Bidur met with the accident. According to the police, brake failure is said to have been the main cause of the accident. Similarly, the injured in the accident are said to have been receiving treatment at District Hospital Trisuli. 4 of the injured have been brought to Kathmandu for further treatment. Nepali Congress leader and lawmaker Dr. Chandra Bhandari, who was injured in a cooking gas-induced fire, was taken to India for further treatment yesterday. According to Nepali Congress Central Committee member Ajay Babu Siwakoti, leader Bhandari was taken to Mumbai-based National Skin Burn Centre for further treatment. Dr. Bhandari was rushed to Kritipur Burn Hospital on Wednesday night following the incident. The hospital recommended to take Dr. Bhandari outside the country for further treatment. Dr. Bhandari and his mother, Harikala Bhandari, were injured in the incident that took place at their residence in Buddhanagar. However, his mother succumbed to the burn yesterday morning. A draft of the House of Representatives regulations was endorsed yesterday. The House of the Representatives Regulations Draft Committee passed the draft in a bid to systematize the business of the lower house. Draft Committee member Ramesh Lekhak said the draft was endorsed by the committee, reaching an agreement on major issues related to house businesses. The regulations would be effective once the House of Representatives meeting endorses it. The police have arrested 15 people accused of their involvement in a looting and arson at a new bus park in Kathmandu on the 13th of February. A team from the Kathmandu Valley Crime Investigation Office arrested and made them public amid a press conference in Kathmandu yesterday. They have been accused of looting mobile shops by breaking into a shopping center called Lotse Mall and torching police vehicles in the name of a protest called by the transport entrepreneurs. It is already the third week of February, but there is still no sign of rain in most parts of the country. Due to the persistent drought, the risk of forest fires has increased in Nepal. A fire that started in Tauke Community Forest in Ramechhap district 3 days back has still not come under control. However, the employees of the District Forest Office, Nepal Army, Nepal Police and locals have been mobilized to prevent the fire from entering the settlements, including Ramechhap Bazaar. The ward chairman of Ramechhap Municipality, Ward Number 8, Santosh Tamang, informed that although efforts were being made to control the fire, they were unable to extinguish it. You're listening to Radio Nepal's 8 a.m. English News Bulletin. On to some international updates now. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has ruled out giving up any of his country's territory in a potential peace deal with Russia. In a BBC interview to mark a year since Russia's full-scale invasion, he warned conceding land wouldn't mean Russia could keep coming back, while Western weapons would bring peace closer. Zelensky also said a predicted spring offensive had already begun. He does, however, believe Ukraine's forces can keep resisting Russia's advance until they are able to launch a counter-offensive, although he repeated his calls for more military aid from the West. The world continued to see ocean heat reaching new records as the year 2022 was the warmest in recorded human history, according to a recent study. According to Chinese news agency Xinhua, a study was conducted by a team of 24 scientists from 16 institutes mainly in China, the United States and Italy. The study was published in the international journal Advances in Atmospheric Sciences. Ocean warming is a key indicator for quantifying climate change since more than 90% of global heat ends up in the oceans. The scientists believe that the increase in heat within the ocean is further proof of global warming. Now, the general weather forecast for the country for today, according to the Meteorological Forecasting Division. The weather will be partly cloudy in the hilly areas of Province Number 1, Bagmati Province and Sudur Paschim Province, and mainly fair in the rest of the country. With this, we have almost come to the end of this news bulletin, but before wrapping up, let's have a reminder of the headlines once again. House of Representatives Regulations Draft endorsed by a parliamentary committee. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dal Prachanda and UML Chairman KP Sharma Oli discuss contemporary political issues including presidential election. Bus accident kills 3 people, injuring more than 30 in Nouakchott, and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky rules out giving up any of his country's territory in a potential peace deal with Russia. Well, that's all the news we have for this bulletin. Our next bulletin in English will be at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.onlineradionepal.gov.np. Keep listening to Radio Nepal and have a good day.